on, Gravy. Come on, we're doing a video. So, I just got done watching Killing Gunther. Okay? It's a movie. It came out in 2017. And I'm going to give a review on it. Killing Gunther. Alright. So, I'm going to admit this right now. The only reason I was somewhat interested in this movie was because of one of my YouTube fans, Gunther Higginbottom. And I always thought that was a funny name. It's like that name has to be a made up name, you know? That name's so fucking made up. And this Gunther Higginbottom guy, oh man, he's like such a degenerate. Like to the point that he's just such a degenerate, and he's going around and he's going around saying that, you know, his fucking wife is, you know, going around. His wife's leaving him because something to do about how he's hitting her kids or something. I don't fucking know. The whole fucking thing. The whole fucking thing is like ridiculous. And I'll be honest, I think that the whole story behind Gunther Higginbottom, this guy that's on my YouTube channel a lot, I think it's a little far-fetched. I think he's a little fucking weirdo. I don't really think it's... I think he's just making it up to be fucking a weirdo on my YouTube. Like, I attract a lot of weirdos, okay? But I always make fun of the guy because his profile picture looks like a pedophile. I'm sorry, but he does. He has that look to him. And I'm not saying he is, but he just has that look. He looks like somebody. He looks like fucking Carl from fucking Aqua Teen Hunger Force in his picture. He's like the real life fucking Carl. He looks like fucking Carl. So, I found out about this movie, Killing Gunther. I was like, oh boy, I gotta fucking see this. So, yeah, I saw a poster of it when I went to go rent a game the other day. I saw a poster of it at the video store. And it has Arnold Schwarzenegger in it, okay? The movie is a comedy, okay? It's like an action comedy kind of movie. First thing I like to say, this whole movie is pretty much shot in that whole, you know, with the fucking found footage kind of thing. But they usually, when they do movies like that, it's usually like a horror movie or something like that. This is actually a comedy. So what the movie's all about is there's this group of hitmen. Okay, there's these group of hitmen. There's the guy that leads the hitmen. Okay, then there's this chick hitman. There's this chick that goes around. There's like a group of assassins and this chick, and then there's this redneck kind of guy that's a hitman, and he's like the crazy one with the explosives, and everyone has their like specialty, whatever. There's like this Chinese guy in there that like he kills people with poison, and it's just all fucking out there. So everyone has their own unique personality. There's the one guy that's he has a fake arm. It's like one of those like robotic arms. He can like just crush fucking bricks with his hands and shit. And there was like these two. It was like I think they were like brother and sister. From like Russia or something. They were like a brother and sister team. And what else? There was the computer guy. He was like a fucking nerd and everything throughout the movie. But so the whole premise of this movie was these group of assassins are trying to take out this other assassin named Gunther, and they know nothing about this guy really. They just know that he's like the best hitman ever or something. And they're going around and they're trying to hunt this guy down. And this Gunther guy's always one step ahead of them. And they're trying to do it like a documentary, like, oh, let's go film ourselves going and killing Gunther. That's the whole movie. That's the whole movie. And throughout the whole movie, you hear about how Gunther, ruined my life and ruined this person's life, and they all have their own reasons for killing Gunther. Okay, and when they kill him, they can say that they're the best hitman. Okay, they'll be the best because they killed the best. I guess that's the whole thing. So, all throughout the movie, you never really see him. You probably see him like for a distance or something, but you never really get a good look at him until the end. And so pretty much what happens is he's going around, like they go and they go around and they're looking for this Gunther guy. Okay, so this Gunther guy's always one step ahead of them, okay, and he's killing off the other hitmen, and that they're all in unique ways. Like it all has to do with whatever the person's special. Like the guy with the arm, he gets killed off because Gunther was like fighting him, and then Gunther takes his arm and like chokes him with his own arm and like crushes his throat or something. And then like the Chinese guy, he gets killed, but there's a whole explanation about how this Chinese guy gets his poison. He gets his poison through from like snakes and shit. So that's how he does it. So he ends up getting killed by a snake. What else can I say? So, they finally corner him. They finally think that they kill. So they have a big party. And again, he's still one step ahead of them. Okay, and so so then they found out he's not dead. So, long story short, they end up finding out where he lives, okay? So they go to his house, okay? They cut the electric, they fucking sneak into his house, and it turns out that Gunther is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't see Arnold Schwarzenegger until the very end of the movie. Okay, like the last 15 minutes of the movie. You never see him. Because You always see this Gunther guy from a distance. You know, there's one time you do see him, but it's he's like wearing a mask. Well, that's kind of a spoiler, but he's wearing like a mask disguised as another one of the hitmen, you know, and it's this big thing, and it's almost like a Freddy versus Jason kind of set up where in the end no one really gets the upper hand, you know what I'm saying? I'll just leave it at that. But no one ever, you know, it's like when you think one person's dead, they're not really dead, and they end up coming back, and then they end up killing them, and it's like a fake body or something stupid like that, you know? So at the end, it's never ever, there's never like any real indication as to whether or not Gunther wins or that the other assassins win, okay? And there's this whole backstory about the real reason that they want this Gunther guy dead is that Gunther was like dating one of the assassins' girlfriends or something, ex-girlfriends I guess, and he wants her back, so he's trying to go and kill Gunther so that, you know, he can probably win the girl back. You know, the whole movie is like absurd, but it's one of those movies where, I mean, that's like the point of the movie. And again, this is like, I know I said Arnold Schwarzenegger is in the movie, but he's only in there like 15 minutes. He's only in there like the last 15 minutes of the movie. He is Gunther. He is Gunther in the movie. So yeah, and I thought it was pretty good. And you know, this is, like I said, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, but there really isn't a lot of action in it. I mean, there's some parts where there's like a shootout or an explosion or something, but this is not no Commando. This isn't Terminator. At the very core of it, it's a comedy. Each one of these characters are like, they have their own, you know, quirks. Like the girl assassin, she's always what do you call it? She hooks up with one of the other assassins in the movie, and her father, she's supposed to be Middle Eastern. She really doesn't look it. I think the girl that plays the assassin is the same chick that plays the chick from Ash versus Evil Dead. I think that's the same girl. It looks just like her. If not, I'm not really sure. But it's the same chick, I believe. And in this movie, she's supposed to be like a Middle Eastern woman. And her father was like an ex-assassin too. And so she hooks up with this like the redneck guy, right? And like every time they're together, the father's always coming in the picture like fucking running with a machete or something, trying to kill him, because he's like, like you're not worthy, like you know how like Muslim men don't want their daughters. She's just real protective of his daughter, I guess, and that's what happens in the whole movie. So that's like a running gag, and I thought it was an okay movie. I'm not going to say it's one of Schwarzenegger's best, but then again, you know, whatever. And I just had to go and see it. I had to see it because of Gunther Higginbottom, and just because it was just a funny fucking title. Gunther. Fucking Gunther. there's a part in the movie where he says Gunther's a dick, and I was like, you know, you're speaking my fucking language now. And there is one instance of them saying tight in the movie, kind of. Okay, there is one instance where they say tight in the movie, sort of. Now, what do I mean by that? You kind of have to watch the credits. You kind of have to watch, because there's a whole like there's shit going on during the credits. It's one of those kind of movies where it's like a little bit of like they're like a bit, you know, like after things with the credits, you know. And there's this joke that Gunther, after his whole thing was done, he became a country singer. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a country singer. I don't know about that, but it's funny. And one of those songs, there's a part where he actually sings in the movie. Like it's during the credits, like the whole credits scene. It's like him singing, and in the song he says "tight" in the song. I mean, he says something about holding you tight or something, but I don't know. I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. It was you know, I don't think it's like his best. I think that's reserved for maybe the Terminator movies or whatever. But and it's not really supposed to be one of those like real serious action movies like Commando or like I'm saying, like an Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking movie is supposed to be serious. Come on. But you know what I mean. Like you watch something like Commando and it's kind of serious. You know, whatever. Or you watch like the Terminator or something like that. But this one is just straight up like comedy, and it has some action in it. You know, it's like, what do you call it? One of those dark comedies, I guess you'd call it. I recommend checking it out just for a watch. Maybe I recommend it. I give it, I don't know, 7 out of 10. Killing Gunther. 2017. It's a good movie. Go check it out. This is Dragon Lord Frodo, and I approve this message. Thanks in advance for watching this.